have is that I've been surprised by reports that the Air Force is considering a sole source approach to buying helicopters to replace its fleet of Hueys for the Common Vertical Lift Support Platform program. I anticipate a competition would be a fair one, wouldn't favor any one particular company or solution, and it's puzzling to me why a decision has not been made to have this competitively bid. Given that the mission is U.S. only, non-combat, non-deployable, can we be assured that the Air Force is going to give consideration to affordable solutions in this time of budget crisis that are commercial, off-the-shelf, not in the current inventory? I think it would be a shame to waste what could be up to billions of dollars buying something that is overkill just for the convenience that it is already in the Pentagon inventory. Whoever would choose to.
Well, thank you, Congressman. I'll answer your first question, and my friend Shack will answer your second question, sir. Okay. The first one referenced the F-16s and the ASA alert. Air Force fully funded the program for ASA alert, and clearly that is our primary mission, is Homeland Defense, and we are committed to that mission. With respect to the service life extension, how we're going to maintain that fleet, the Block 30, the pre-blocks as we call them, Block 25, 30, and 32, using structural sustainment, using O&M funding, those airplanes, our intent would be to fly those to the 8,000-hour limit of those airplanes, which brings those airplanes out into the late in this decade and early in the 20s. We're going to do a service life extension program to include structure and capability modifications of Block 40s and 50s, the newest, most capable F-16s. And as F-35s start coming off the line, we will move those Block 40s and 50s, backfill in Block 25, 30, and 32 units. So the cascade of iron will be as F-35s come in to both the Guard and the active duty, then we'll take the newest F-16s that do have the SLEP modernization and both and capability improvements and move those into the units that have the older aircraft, the Block 25s, 30s, and 32s, sir.
Just a brief comment, if I could, that it just seems that without the modifications, if the F-35 continues to slip, these F-16 Block 30s are made more irrelevant and incapable of doing the mission. I would hope somebody would consider that. And for the second part of the question, General?
Yes, sir. If I might just elaborate on that for a second. The SLEP for the Block 40s through 52s leads to a production kit buy out in the just beyond this current FIDIP. That is prior to the time when the Block 30s, 25, 30, and 32 are expected to time out with their service life, which is between 2018 and 2021. So we still have time in the future, if we need to go back to those pre-blocks to further modify them to pick that up. It's too early to be putting that into the budget right now.
Okay.
Now, regarding your question about Common Vertical Lift Support Platform, clearly there are a number of vendors. We believe 3 or 4 different companies are able to produce the type of helicopter that we're looking for there. So we have a wide range of options to choose from as we finalize the acquisition strategy. I expect that to be a competitive acquisition strategy so that we can take advantage of competition and so that we can get the best arrangement that we can for the Air Force and the taxpayer.
Okay. Thank you, General. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Schuster. Mr. Schuster.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here today. My question, General Shackelford, on the Common Vertical Lift Support Platform, the CVLSP, my understanding is that the Air Force is considering, well, I guess in March you're going to come out with requirements on acquisition of the strategy, and my understanding is that you're going to put out there a sole source for the Huey helicopter replacement. Is that, can you confirm or deny that that's going to happen, a sole source contract?
If you mean by a sole source contract, selecting an existing helicopter in a sole source situation, that is not correct as a strategy.
Okay.
Per my just previous comment, there are 3 or 4 different vendors that are able to produce a helicopter to our requirement for Common Vertical Lift Support Platform. We have a range of options. At one extreme end is going to a sole source vendor for an existing capability, such as the H-60. That is not the direction we are leaning towards. I expect we will go towards a competitive strategy, which will give all of those vendors an opportunity to compete.
I'm sorry, you said there for one of the for one of the platforms you will go to an existing?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
There's
sir.
going to be competition.
It will be a competitive strategy, as I understand it.
And you view there's at least 4 vendors out there that can meet the requirements?
There are 3 to 4 that can meet the requirement for CVLSP.
Okay. That was my only question, so I yield back.